These are the ways companies are putting you in boxes. So much so that you as an individual lose yourself. You can't see what you want, where do you want to go, you can't see your worth, and you can't even see your potential anymore. Let's start with the nonsense bell curve. I know if you are doing this, you should not be near HR because you are not competent for the job. But what is a bell curve? So imagine you are a classroom teacher and you're grading your students. But you are taught that no matter how good or bad they are, this percentage must get an A, the majority will be average, and then the minority, this percentage, must fail or with a very low grade. Sounds fair, right? Now apply that to the workplace. The bell curve theory implies that every workplace and team has a tiny percentage of rock stars, the majority are average, and then you also have a small percentage who are absolutely disaster and maybe they should be fired. Now, if this is the case, shall we go back to the recruiters and start firing them? And if it's the case, can you actually state that we are a high-performing organization? And this is just another pseudoscience from HR because they think if they bring something from science and they apply it, they all of a sudden become scientific. My question is, nobody has ever told HR that there is skewed distribution, and that's okay? And if you hire right and you train your people, then your distribution will be skewed. The next box is the hypo program. Now, when you make a statement that this group of people are high potentials, does it also mean that the rest of us are no or low potential? How do you know when you can't even explain what high potential means? When during my 19 years of career, none of my managers or leaders could actually explain how to get to this magical exceed expectation box. So how can you claim that these people are high potentials and the rest of us are God knows what? And this is where the 9 box or the 12 box exercise comes into the picture. So the end of the performance management process, we put you into one of these boxes. So they tell us nothing really. But really, how can you put that on someone that you are a high or low potential, no potential, when you can't even define what potential means? But never mind defining it, you can't even measure it. And here I tell you a little bit of a secret, because we have boxes for compensation and your cost to the company as well. So the first boxes is the premium pay, when your role is high cost and high value. Then we have a risk of layoff role, when your role is high cost but low value. Then the third one is the potential underpaid, which is a high risk of leaving, resigning, when the job is low cost but high value. So basically, we don't pay you much for the value that you provide. And then the role that is low value and low cost, we want to get rid of it. So yeah, the corporate boxes are endless, literally. And I think that's part of the problem because people no longer want to be put into these boxes. I remember my VP telling me that I don't have the potential for this particular role that I was after. And then I looked at the person who got the job and I'm like, really? So it has nothing to do with potential, your performance, but it's the who likes who kind of game. Now, just to play that game of who likes who, let's not put the entire organization through these nonsense practices.